Well, now to a developing story. A manhunt is underway this morning for a suspect in a string of attacks on homeless people in both New York City and Washington, D.C.
So far, at least 2 people are dead and 3 others have been injured. CBS 2's Elijah Westbrook joins us live from Tribeca with the scene of another deadly attack that investigators believe might be connected to the pattern. Elijah?
Well, Chris and Cindy, as you can see there behind me, police are actively investigating the death of a 42-year-old man who was found with several puncture wounds. It's unclear at this hour if the man was shot or stabbed, but it is now being looked into as a disturbing trend of homeless people being attacked.
Greenwich and Murray Streets, an area that's now become the scene of a police investigation into the murder of a third homeless person in the city over the weekend. The NYPD says the 42-year-old man is now being investigated alongside a deadly attack on Lafayette Street Saturday evening and another shooting on Saturday morning on King Street near Varick. That victim is at the hospital recovering. The NYPD, in a joint press release with Metro Police in D.C., say between the two cities there have been 5 shootings, including 2 homicides. In each offense, the victims were experiencing homelessness. They believe they're after the same suspect seen here in these images.
How many more homeless New Yorkers must die?
Advocates came out for a prayer vigil over the weekend, calling on the city and state to do more for the homeless. The group Vocal NY says recent efforts to remove homeless people from the subway system has only made things worse.
This is not the time to blame and point fingers at the most vulnerable community members.
Somehow, those experiencing street homelessness have become public enemy number 1.
Late last night, New York City Mayor Eric Adams and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser released a joint statement reading in part, quote, "The work to get this individual off our streets before he hurts or murders another individual is urgent." He goes on to say, as our law enforcement agencies work quickly with federal partners to locate the suspect, we are also calling on unsheltered residents to seek shelter, end quote. But some lawmakers say the solution has to go beyond shelters. It's about permanent housing.
I'm concerned that too many New Yorkers have become desensitized to the issues of homelessness.
It is a tragic failure of our city now for a generation to provide adequate services, to provide adequate resources, and most of all to provide adequate housing.
And police say they are working to make contact with as many homeless New Yorkers as possible to notify them about the potential dangers of being out on the streets. Reporting live this morning here in Tribeca, Elijah Westbrook, CBS 2 News.
Elijah, thank you.